Welcome back to the Almost Tipsy Vegan. I'm excited today. We're going to be making some of the best brownies you've ever had. And of course, as you know, whenever I cook, it's always got some sort of alcohol in it. So today we're going to make some coconut chocolate brownies. So we're going to start out with this is 3 cups of oatmeal. I'm going to put them in the bowl here. There's 3 cups of oatmeal. Then to make it a little bit healthier, we're putting 1¼ cup, it could be just 1 cup, make it easy, but of almond flour. It's 1 cup of almond flour to make it easy to remember. I put a little bit more because I had a little bit left in the bag and didn't want to throw it away, so I just added it in here. And we got 1½ cup of whole wheat flour. Now, if you have allergies and don't want the wheat or whatever, don't put it in there. I've made it a lot of times with just almond flour and oatmeal. And I got a funny story. I'll make this on another video, but I forgot the flour one time and just put just the oatmeal in there. Turned out wonderful, but that's another story. Okay, so flaxseed here, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. And all this is, it's an egg replacement. So this has no eggs in it. It's 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. And we're going to add also 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Again, this is an egg replacement. And we're going to put it in here. And there's no need for eggs this way. Now, the little trick with doing this is once we add the wet ingredients, we're going to have to let it sit for a little bit. But right now we're adding the dry ingredients. So we're going to add also 2 spoons of the dried cocoa. Just 2 tablespoons of dried cocoa. And we can add that. And we're going to also add, this is just baking powder, plain old baking powder. Uh-oh, didn't get it open, but we'll get it open real quick. I thought it was open. That was pretty easy. So we're going to add just 1, I don't want to get the cocoa in here, so I'm going to put a teaspoon of baking powder. Tip it rise a little bit. Okay, so those are the dry ingredients. Well, we are going to add about ½ a bag of semi-sweet chocolate. So now that is all the dry ingredients. And the little key to make it a lot easier is stir it up before you start putting the wet ingredients in here. Okay, you stir it up first. It makes mixing, to me, a lot easier. Okay, now then, we're going to start with the wet ingredients. This is just a pina colada mix. It's going to have a kind of a coconut flavoring, and this can add a little bit of sweetness to it. So we're going to add that. Okay, we're also going to add the star ingredient, and I want to talk to you a little bit about rum. This is Largo Bay rum. This is Parrot Bay. I'm not saying names just because, for whatever reason. This is 42 proof. This is 90 proof. Okay, if I'm drinking, I drink the 90 proof. If I'm cooking, this has a lot of flavor to it. I cook with a 42 proof because the alcohol is going to evaporate out, but this still leaves the flavor in there. So again, when we're cooking on this show, we're also drinking on the show. So cheers up. If you like coconut rum, that's a good rum to be drinking. And we're just going to pour I don't know how much. You all see how much I'm pouring. A good bit, because we like the flavor of it. Okay. We're also going to add just a good squirt of just plain old agave nectar, just for a little extra sweetness. Now these bars here, as you see, we're gonna make the brownies. They're gonna have a good bit of protein in there. It's good for breakfasts after you've done your runs. Uh, that's not. I hope that give. I hope that give you the run. Well, stop for us. Okay, sorry about that. I got giggled a little bit. So anyway, we're adding Nutella now. Now this Nutella is not vegan. It says it's made with some kind of sugar, palm oil, hazelnut, skim milk, cocoa, and stuff. But like I said, I'm almost vegan. We're adding, it's probably about half a jar of this big jar here. If I can get it out, it's kind of hard to get out of that jar. The jar's crushed while it was shipped to us, but we're getting out the best we can. One more spoon, we'll call it quits on this jar. And that jar, if y'all see, is kind of crushed and hard to get it out of. But now then, we're going to stir it up and see what our consistency is like. We need it to be like brownie mix. And if it's not wet enough, we're going to add some more of the coconut rum or the pina colada mix. We're going to see right now. Now this will, once we get all the liquid in here, we are going to have to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes so that the chia seeds and flax seeds can work their magic. So right now that's not liquidy enough. So we're going to add a little bit more of the pina colada mix. And just a little bit more of that. And we're also going to, boy, I missed that top of it, didn't I? That chocolate, I'll clean it up in a few minutes. And we're going to add a little bit of almond milk in here for just a little extra liquid. And I should lick my fingers, but I won't do that on camera. We're going to let it stir this up. And y'all see the way it's getting, the liquid's absorbing, it's being absorbed by the oatmeal and the flax seed and the chia seeds. So what we're going to do, this is about the right consistency. Now, when we come back in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we're going to check on it and see what it looks like. But right now, we've got to let the chia seeds and flax seed absorb the liquid, and we'll go from there. So anyway, y'all hang tight. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we have been letting this brownie coconut rum mixture sit for 10-15 minutes, and you can see the consistency of it. That's perfect. Okay, but before we get too far along, that last video, I started laughing my butt off. Okay, I was thinking about that. I'm not going to edit that out because we're here to have fun. We're here to have some drinks, hopefully learn a little bit, get a few techniques, get a new recipe or two. We're here to have fun. Y'all laugh at me, I'm laughing with myself. Matter of fact, I think it's time for another drink. More coconut rum. And yeah, it's still good. Okay, now with this, it has no eggs in it, so you can taste of it. And That's really, really good. I am going to show you one little technique for getting this parchment paper in here. I've already done 3 sides, but just come down here, cut the paper on one side, and if it works right, you slide it around, and it fits right in there perfectly, like that. So easy. That's one of the best tips. Actually, my wife told me that. Oh, one more little thing I'm going to show y'all. I went off camera, I know, but during the break, y'all remember this top we messed up? It's now clean. So a little breaks, y'all have a good, we clean the kitchen up, almost. So what we're gonna do is y'all see the consistency of this. We're just going to pour it in here. And I've tasted of it, so I know it's good. And whenever you taste of it, if you want it sweeter, add more, of the pina colada mix or agave nectar or whatever you want. You can't take anything out, of course, but if it's too sweet, you can add more oatmeal or more flour or whatever you like. So get it all in there, and we'll lick the bowl off camera. So just stir it around, get it all in there. Now the oven is heating. You see it in here. I don't know if you see it or not. The oven is heating at 350. This should cook for about an hour. So while this is cooking, y'all have y'all a drink and come back and join us. Okay, these came out of the oven, and look how pretty it looks. They came out perfectly. Sometimes I get lucky. They cooked for exactly 1 hour, and then I've given them time to cool, or I wouldn't be holding them, obviously. But anyway, we can cut them and try them. Normally I cut a piece way too big and can't talk, so I'm cutting a smaller piece, and you see the way it comes out. You see that? And I'm going to take just a small bite. I can taste the coconut, the chocolate, almost like an almond joy. It's really good. Again, I took too big a bite, can't talk, but these only last 3 or 4 days if you have them on the counter. So what I do is I cut them in bite-sized pieces, whatever size you want, put them in the freezer, and they'll last for several weeks, even up to a month maybe in the freezer. But trust me, after you taste one, they will not last a month. Again, they're good for taking to work, for snacks, having guests over. We're going to take some of these over to our friend's house in a little while. So anyway, hope y'all try this recipe. I think you will like it. So I've been drinking too much today. I'm almost the tipsy vegan. Talk to y'all later.